whether are we importing conflict into the community, or are we going to solve conflict in the community? So what do we expect from Somalia, our new brother? Thank you. If I can add another question, the issue of people and goods and services, people crossing to Tanzania still don't have access using one ID, yet
or harmonizing communication fees, because it's challenging for a near citizen when they are in another partner state to communicate using their phone, calling someone home, or when they want to do business. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, the Fourth Estate. Right Honorable Speaker, the ball is at your court. Thank you.
Thank you. We start by Assumpta from Voice of America. Wabadde ikibazo mu Kinyarwanda, ariko ikibazo wabadije, hari ikibazo wabadije usanga n'abandi bakibadije. N'abandi bakibadije no kunka cyane cyane ikibazo cerekeye DRC. Siwe wenyine wakibadije na Jean-Baptiste wa TV1, Jean-Baptiste wakibadije bavuze uti DRC boycotted iyara bisa n'ibisa. N'abandi bari ico kibazo ca DRC. Jenega ndico ndakivuze ko ibibazo bindi bikurikira abaturi kumara gufasha kuvyishura. I was saying that I will respond to Assumpta Kaboye from Voice of America, and she asked her question in Kinyarwanda, but I will, she asked about the RC, that we have some concerns in our community with the RC, that the RC has decided to get our EAC forces out by December. Those are the questions she asked. And as she asked them in Kinyarwanda, I will respond in Kirundi, Kinyarwanda mixed. And maybe, who will translate for the other members?
I'll try. Maybe
this Honorable Ndangiza is the best. And the other question, the question about, from Jean-Baptiste, about one currency, free movement of people and goods. These questions, I would invite Honorable Judge Odongo to respond. The question from Jean-Baptiste he asked about one currency and free movement of people and goods, because he said that you understand what it means. So let's go. Kuri ikibazo rero cy'igihugu ca Congo DRC ni ikibazo ngira ngo abatari bake bakeneye ku nyishu yacu, ariko ibiriho nuko twe tuzi ubwa mbere na mbere cyo mumenya nuko twebwe inama nshingamateka ya EALA mu byo badusabye gukora byanditswe mu mateka tugenga, twebwe abashingamateka ntitwivayanga mu bibazo biraba bya security nk'ibyo, cyane cyane iyo abaturongoye aba leaders bacu bakuru b'igihugu b'ibihugu executive bariko baragereza kubitorera inyishu. Twebwe rero nk'abashingamateka aho turi hose twama dukora nk'uko turi umuntu umwe twumvikana. Abashingamateka bo muri Congo dusangira ibikorwa mu ma committees, mu ma plenaries, ahantu honyine bidashoboye gushoboka ni bidukoreye ngaha Kigali mu Rwanda, ariko ibikorwa dukoreye ngaha baratwandikikete, baratumenyereza yuko, baradushikiriza yuko badashoboye kuza gukorera kudufasha kwa hano i Kigali, ariko yuko tuzokorana nabo virtually, bivuga yuko ataco bizokonona kuko ntuzobura quorum. Baravuze yuko virtually tuzokorana. Ahandi hose twotegurira ibikorwa mu bindi bihugu bigize EAC bazovyitaba, ariko ibibazo nk'ibi nibibazo bisanzwe bikunda gushika mu bihugu bibanyi, singahe iwacu muri kano karere gusa, n'ubundi bihugu byo kw'isi ibibazo nk'ibi nibibazo bishobora gushika, ariko ibibazo byose iyo bishitse hamajwe ikindi gihe bigatorerwa umuti wabyo. Mu gihe rero twebwe uwo muti utaraboneka turabandanya ibikorwa. Icyo twifuza nuko inyishu y'ibi bibazo yoboneka kare, kuko twese mwishirahamwe nta n'umwe anezerewe ko twona ahantu hari intambara, hari ingorane, abantu barahunga, inzara igatera, bagahungira mu bihugu bibanyi. Turizeye yuko ibi bibazo dufise, iki kibazo kiriho hagati ya DRC n'u Rwanda, ikibazo cyo mu gatondo kizoba caheze bigasubira kuba nka mbere, kandi bari kuri byo, hari ababijejwe ariko bakurikirana. Twebwe rero turindiriye n'umuti muri hamwe yuko umuti uboneka kuvyerekeye Congo, kubafasha kugira ngo kuri ikibazo nyene. Inama yerutse kubera ejo bundi y'abakuru b'ibihugu yarusha, nico kibazo ca mbere baganiriyeko. DRC yari yaserukiwe n'umushikiranganji, akotegera c'umushikiranganji wa mbere ajejwe defense. Bashuye kukivugana ko mwarasomye communique yavuyemo, barumvikanye yuko aba abantu basubira kuciga neza, bakaraba yuko nimba ari vyokorwa bikorwe ku buryo buba zisize ibyo bari ibintu bibaye bitagenze neza. Rero ubu hariho inama zizoba kuri abo barabingene ivyokorwa vyokorwa mu bwitonzi bikagenda neza ata bintu byo umenga no gusunikana ngo mbisa ibyo nivyo bashoboye gushikako nayo ibindi iyi ngorane hari ingorane zamaho kandi zigahera kandi bariko barabikora abatari bake abarongozi batari bake turizeye yuko rero vuba tuzoronka inyishu kuri kino kibazo dufise na Congo. Ico novuga nico nagira mpaka jambo rero Honorable Ndangiza kugira ashobore kubishira mu Congereza.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable members, I just want, and also our journalists, but I know they are bilingual or trilingual. There was a question asked about why DRC members did not participate in this plenary, and the Speaker tried to respond to this matter in these words. One, he reminded the audience that we as EALA members, based on the treaty mandate, we are expected to fulfill our core mandate, which is mainly legislation, oversight, and representation. We should be representing our citizens, and matters of political nature and security nature, like the issue of political situation in DRC, that are even at the level of the summit, members of EALA are not expected to indulge in such matters because we have a clear mandate of representing all our citizens. He also went to say that the security situation in the eastern DRC is already at the level of the summit. As you are aware, this region has initiated the Nairobi peace process, which is led by our former head of state, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, and this matter is reported from time to time at the level of the summit, and therefore the members of DRC who have been working with us in various committee activities and even plenary, in his view, do not have a reason of not attending. But he said that they have committed that they will not be here physically, but they'll be able to attend virtually. The Right Honorable Speaker also said that matters of peace and security and political governance are not unique only to EAC. It's an issue that can happen in any other region. I think what he says that is important is for partner states to come together and search for a solution, and that's why our leaders are working on to help DRC resolve its problems. Finally, on the issue of the deployment of the EAC regional force in the eastern DRC, in the recent summit on the 23rd and 24th November in Arusha, one of the resolutions based on the request by the representative of DRC government, the Prime Minister, that by 8th December, we should have pulled our forces from DRC. He said that this matter was discussed at length at the level of the summit, but as a responsible EALA, Inteko Ishinga Amategeko y'Umuryango wa Afurika y'Iburasirazuba, turahangaha i Kigali mu nama izatangira ku tariki ya 23 z'uku kwezi, no kuvuga ngo yaratangiye, tukazagera itariki 7 z'ukwezi kwa 12, bikaba bishingiye ku masezerano y'uyu muryango, aho dusabwa kwegereza imirimo y'inteko mu bihugu kugira ngo abaturage bacu bamenye ibyo bakora, ibyo dukora. Anavuga ko atari bwo bwa mbere tuza aha mu Rwanda. Mu mwaka ushize twaraha mu Rwanda, tukaba nyine dukomeje kuzagira inama yacu ahangaha. Iyo duhuye tuganira byinshi, hari ibikorwa byo mu makomisiyo aho dusesengura za raporo zishingiye ku mirimo inteko iba yarakoze, ari ugusura imishinga inyuranye, ibigo binyuranye by'uyu muryango, kureba imikorere, ndetse tukaziga n'amategeko anyuranye. Yatanze ingero z'amategeko azaganirwaho. Hari itegeko ry'uyu muryango rirebana, ntabwo nzi ko narivuga mu Kinyarwanda, ariko ni EAC Creative and Culture Industries Bill. Navuga ko ifitanye isano n'umuco ariko n'ibirebana n'inganda. Iri tegeko, uyu mushinga w'itegeko ukaba warazanywe n'inama y'abaminisitiri, tuzawuganiraho. Hari undi mushinga tuzaganiraho urebana na farumasi cyangwa iby'imiti, ukaba ari umushinga wazanywe na Honorable Francine. Hari n'undi mushinga urebana n'iby'ubuhinzi, by'umwihariko ibirebana n'iby'ubworozi muri aka karere. Ikaba yarazanywe n'umudepite witwa Dr. Woda wo muri Sudani y'Amajyepfo. Ariko mu rwego rw'amategeko hari izo twita motion, ni ukuvuga ngo imbere y'abaminisitiri bacu n'ibihugu byacu hari ibyo tubasaba. Harimo iyo motion yazanywe n'uwitwa Honorable Maina, akaba ari umudepite wo muri Kenya, isubiza kimwe mu bibazo byo mwabajije ku birebana no gutanga umusanzu w'ibihugu muri uyu muryango, muvuga ko bicumbagira. Dushingiye rero kuri treaty cyangwa se amasezerano agenga uyu muryango mu ngingo y'143 n'146, tuzaba tubaza nyine ibihugu impamvu rimwe na rimwe badatanga neza umusanzu nk'uko treaty ibisaba. Ngira ngo muri make nibyo yavuze. Hari byinshi bizaganirwaho, tuzungurana inama kuri za raporo zitandukanye amakomisiyo yaganiriyeho, ariko n'iyi mishinga y'amategeko. Wenda icyanyuma cyo navugaho nuko bigendanye n'ikibazo cyabajijwe n'umwe, ati ko mbona amategeko mugiye kuganiraho atari mishize. Icyo nagira ngo mbabwire nuko iyi ni EALA ya gatanu twatangiye mu mwaka ushize, igihe turahira inshingano zacu mu kwezi kwa 12. Nibwo twarahiriye kuyobora nako kuba abadepite b'uyu muryango. Ni ukuvuga ko tutari twemeza n'umwaka. Birumvikana rero EALA y'ubushize yari EALA ya 4, yarangizaga manda yari mu mwaka wa 5. Rero imirimo y'imyaka 5 n'imirimo y'umwaka umwe ntabwo wabigereranya, kandi nibwo tukirangiza na bije yacu. Ariko aya mategeko yacu nubwo aba ari 3 ntabwo ari makeya, kuko aba ari amategeko aremereye akora ku mibereho y'abaturage bacu, akora ku buzima, ubuhinzi n'ubworozi. Kandi kugira ngo inama bifata rero umwanya, tukaba tugurana inama. Hari ibikorwa byinshi byo tuzakora nk'uko yanabivuze. Hari n'ibikorwa byo kwegera abaturage. Mu kwa 6 twagize umuganda hari Masaka mu karere ka Kicukiro, aho twasabanye tugatera ibiti, tukagira uruhare mu gufatanya n'abanyarwanda guteza imbere igihugu cyacu. Turateganya kuzasura n'ibindi bikorwa bitandukanye, cyane cyane bireba uko u Rwanda rushobora kubungabunga ibidukikije. Tuzahura n'abanyeshuri kugira nk'urubyiruko ari narwo abaturage ba East Africa b'ejo, nabo tubagezeho iby'uyu muryango. Turateganya byinshi, ndetse no ku tariki ya 1 z'ukwezi kwa 12 itsinda ry'abategarugori b'abadepite yo bita EALA Women Caucus tuzahura muri Nteko tuganira no ku ngamba z'imyaka 5, cyane cyane tunareba uruhare rw'umugore muri aka karere n'inyungu afite mu bikorerwa muri aka karere. Ntatinze mu ijambo ni ibi ngibi, ariko turabasaba nk'itangazamakuru kwiga gahunda muyigira mukazakurikirana ibikorwa byacu, mugasabana ndetse mukungurana n'ibitekerezo n'abadepite bacu. Ntabwo turaha gusa, ni benshi nk'uko speaker yavuze, tugera hafi kuri 60 n'abandi ubwo dukuyemo aba DRC, ariko nabo bazaba bahari online, mwana bavugisha akababwira n'impamvu bataraha. So tuzagira ibihe byiza, turabasaba ko mukurikirana imirimo y'inteko. Murakoze.
Thank you. I think she responded to all the questions asked, but my colleagues, MPs, many of you, maybe you're requesting someone to translate what she responded.
It's in the paper.
It's in the paper. Very good. So the only maybe last question who are on table about these challenges that EAC is facing. Of course, we have already got this passport, and we are facing now maybe which will get monetary union and political federation. I ask my colleague George to respond on these two issues.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, and thank you so much, members of the Fourth Estate, for taking interest in covering the activities of the Assembly. And I think some of you have institutional memory because somebody was trying to recite what happened here the last time we had a plenary here. First, I need to, in responding to your questions, maybe I need to do it in the context of our mandate as the Assembly. Because sometimes there is a misunderstanding on who plays what role in the East African community. As an Assembly, our role is basically threefold. One is to legislate. The second one is to do oversight on the implementation of laws, the implementation of the treaty, basically. And the third one is representation, of amplifying the voices of the ordinary citizens of East Africa. So in those three functions, I'm going to address myself to the question that you asked. I think there are two of you who have asked similar questions. One was asking about where are we in as far as the single currency is concerned. I don't know whether that's true, whether that's the question. Now, as an Assembly, our role is to provide the necessary legal support, and we have done that sufficiently within our means. In the year 2022, and I think you recall that very, very well, we passed here the East African Surveillance and Compliance Bill that is supposed to be assented to by Summit. So at the moment we have, the Assembly has passed 3 critical legislations to support our move towards the monetary union. As you know that we derive our full mandate from Article 5 of the treaty that defines the scope of our cooperation. And one of those is our cooperation on matters of monetary and fiscal cooperation in all the partner states. Now, with respect to that, the Assembly has gone ahead and passed 3 very, very critical legislations. We passed the East African Monetary Institute Bill. The East African Monetary Institute Bill was passed in 2018. We also passed the East African Statistics Bureau bill that is basically free movement of persons and adopting identity cards as a means to facilitate free movement of citizens across the different partner states. The two partner states that you mentioned, that's the United Republic of Tanzania and Burundi, had exceptions to certain provisions of the protocol. As you know, we are sovereign states, and each sovereign state has the right to assess its situation when implementing protocols. So they advise that they be given time to be able to make the necessary preparations, because they had their own concerns, which included security concerns. So the United Republic of Tanzania and Burundi are still working out mechanisms of ensuring that when they adopt the use of the identity card, it does not compromise on their national security and other key considerations that they have already highlighted. So this is work in progress. But in principle, yes, I think we should be working together to see that we help these partner states to fast track so that we adopt very favorable means for our partner states, for our citizens to move across our different partner states. It's a very well considered, very well considered argument that you're putting across for us to have our citizens moving across the different partner states and using the most convenient facility, which is the national identity cards. But it is a matter for national security. It's a matter that we leave to the partner states to assess their levels of readiness, and once they are, we will definitely have our citizens moving across the different partner states. It is important that we guarantee the safety and security of our citizens, and that's the role of the states. So, as members of IALA, as a parliament, we continue to urge our different partner states to ensure that we expedite the implementation of the
One network areas, cost of communication. I think that this issue was raised in the last summit, and partner states who have not joined, others are maybe harmonizing the laws and I don't know, so that they can maybe join immediately. Everyone is winning. Everyone is gaining by working with others in this area. Contribution. You know, this issue has had some days ago, some months ago, it has become like a big issue in East African community. But today, I have good news. The summit has decided that there is a new way of contributing 65% partner states and 35% from TB contribution for, there is a way. Based on GDP. Yes, based on GDP, yes. And even today, those countries who have not contributed, many of them have sent their money in EAC. We have no more issues of contribution today. And we believe that the future will be better. Now we can take the last questions, if they're there. If they
Thank you very much. My name is Mutesi Skovia. I'm working in Mama Uwagasabo. My question is local language Kinyarwanda. just a translate. Ikibazo nshaka kubaza nubwo mwadushubije ku kijyanye na Congo tugasa nkaho muduha brief y'uko mubibona, ariko Honorable Speaker, turagira ngo abantu bumve East Africa icyo ishobora kumara mu bijyanye n'umutekano. Uyu munsi South Sudan, member of East Africa, Somalia, now it's I think member of East Africa, Congo, hari intambara hose. Ndashaka kugira ngo mudufashe kumva East Africa Region Force igiye kuva muri Congo, hari imirwano muri Congo, hari inyeshyamba M23, hari abitwa Wazalendo. Excellency Kisekedi yavuze ko ari abaturage bakunda igihugu ariko n'abasivili bafite intwaro. Turagira ngo hari andi makuru avuga ko ingabo z'abarundi ziri muri Congo mu bufatanye bwa leta ya Congo muri iyo ntambara. Mu minsi ishize twabonye majoro ibujumbura ashyingurwa, ntihigeze havugwa niba ari umusirikare wa East Africa Region Force. Itseminizi ko ari umusirikare w'u Burundi waguye muri Congo. Iyo ntambara ihuriyemo ibihugu bingana gutyo nka East Africa, abaturage ba East Africa bumve ko mubafasha iki mu kubona umutekano muri aka karere, niba atari procedure yo gutora amategeko ariko mu bijyanye n'umutekano, kuko nicyo kibazo gikomeye muri aka karere. Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you very much. My name is Jean-Claude Mutuyez from RBA. Allow me also to ask in Kinyarwanda, our local language. Kuri committee report, honorables, hari kijyanye na agriculture, tourism and natural resources. Single-use plastic ni gahunda ireba East Africa ariko isa naho ikiga mu bikorwa n'ibihugu bikeya. Nk'u Rwanda ubona yuko hari byinshi byakozwe bituma nyine habaho gukuraho amasashi cyangwa se n'ibindi bya plastic, ariko nanone kubera ko ibihugu byose byemerewe kuzana ibicuruzwa hano mu Rwanda usanga ibicuruzwa byinshi biri muri plastic. Ni iki cyakorwa kugira ngo noneho habeho cyo nakwita harmonization kugira ngo igihugu kimwe gishyire mu bikorwa guca plastic ariko ibindi bihugu kubera ko n'ubundi bicuruzwa byemewe kuza ariko bikaza n'ubundi bipfunyitse muri plastic? Murakoze.
I hope that's the last question to allow you to go and process the information. You're most welcome.
Thank you. Again, it's Emmanuel Nirenganya, journalist for the New Times. I would like to ask a question about what should EAC citizens expect from this EALA meeting in Kigali? Why is it important for the citizens? You can tell us about what you expect that can be of importance to the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Ikibazo ca mbere ca Madame Mutesi.
Scovia. Scovia. Okay, sir.
Kandi iyo zibaye zishitse uyu turageza kuzitorera umuti, ababije bageza kuzitorera umuti. Mugo nawe uri imbere yuko umuti uboneka urabirindira n'umutima rugabo nyene, ari aho bagusabye gufasha ugafasha. Cyo gituma twebwe dukora umutima uri hamwe kandi twizera yuko inyishu y'ibibazo byose wavuze umuti wabyo uzoboneka. Uri ku rugamba bujya kumbure uvuga uti wabonye umuntu ingabo yitavye Imana, bujya hari n'izindi kumbure mu bindi bihugu ari mu bihugu biri hariya byashitse. Sinzi gituma kumbure utanabibonye utabimenye, nuko bimeze uri ku rugamba utiza gushika. Ariko igikuru nuko amahoro uri kuragwana kugira amahoro aboneke, turizero yuko vuba tuzoronka umutekano muri DRC, mu Rwanda tukasubira kuba nka mbere nk'abavukanyi bo muri East Africa. Inyishu noguha niyo. On plastic matters, harmonizing the laws among the partner states, I think that everyone is working on this. This is IALA mandate to collaborate with national parliaments so that all the laws, all the bills we pass should be harmonized with local national parliaments. We'll work on it. New times, what East African citizens should expect in this Kigali meeting. In Kigali, there is not only this plenary, IALA plenary, I have also this IPG. I think that Kigali will be welcoming more than 600 members of parliament from East Africa in December. So I think that you as journalists, we only request that you should take for our messages, our activities, in our plenary and during our games. We believe that East Africa will find in this kind of way of working together, this is what we call integration, and it will create something new in their minds, because seeing all of us gathered in Kigali, working together, playing together, every East African will understand that this is the real East Africans they want. That's what I can respond to you. Honorable Ndangiza, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to add a bit on what the Right Honorable Speaker talked about, the single-use plastic. I think you saw on our program and even in the press release, one of the reports that will be discussed is a report of the oversight activity that was undertaken by the Committee of Agriculture, Natural Resources and Tourism a few days before we came here. And the purpose of this oversight activity was to consult with partner states. Every partner state was represented by someone in charge of environmental matters from the respective entities in their countries. And of course, in the analysis, we realized that really the issue of single-use plastic materials was a challenge in all our partner states. It affects the environments, it affects our health, it even affects the health not only of children, people, but also the entire biodiversity. And therefore, it is in the interest. We realize that all the partner states are committed to addressing this challenge. Policies have been put in place and laws. Of course, as you said, Rwanda is doing better in this area, but it was also an opportunity for partner states to learn from each other. What we are planning to do as an assembly through that committee is to enact a regional bill on EAC single-use plastic bill that will help us harmonize all our efforts in all the partner states. And at appropriate time, we shall engage with all the partner states through our public hearings so that at the end of the day, we have a common agenda, we have a common law that can help us as an assembly as a community to be able to address this challenge of plastic bags. In fact, our being here in Kigali, we hope we can also benchmark from the experience of Rwanda with the relevant institutions, but it's an issue, as Right Honorable Speaker said, that we are working on. Finally, I wanted to add a few things on what Scovia raised. Nagira nkubwire ko ku rwego rwa EAR hari komisiyo ishinzwe ibyo bita Regional Affairs, ni komisiyo irebana n'iby'umutekano na politiki zo mu karere. Nk'uko byagiye bivugwa, twebwe nka Assembly ku bibazo byose by'umutekano w'akarere, kubera ko tuzi ko hari izindi nzego zibishinzwe, twebwe inshingano yacu biba ari gukurikirana icyo ibihugu bikora, ndetse hari na raporo ikorwa buri mwaka n'umuryango wa East African Community n'abaminisitiri bashinzwe iby'umutekano, bigaca muri Secretariat bakayigeza ku nteko, batwereka uko umutekano, birebana na politiki byifashe muri aka karere n'ibirebana na politiki z'ububanyi n'amahanga, bifitanye n'isano y'inkingi ya 4 ya Political Federation. Birumvikana aka karere, na mbere y'uko ibihugu byinjira muri aka karere ari DRC n'ibindi bigenda biza, bari bafite ikibazo cy'umutekano. Ikibazo cy'umutekano wa DRC kimaze imyaka myinshi, ngira ngo benshi batari banavuka, gifite imizi mu miyoborere itari myiza. Ni ikibazo aka karere gahangayikijwe nako, ariko ntabwo ari n'ikibazo gikemuka mu buryo bwihuse, kuko uretse M23 ho rivugwa kandi ifite nayo imizi mu mateka y'aka karere y'ubukoloni, ariko tuzi ko hari n'ibibazo za FDLR bakoze uruhare muri jenoside yabereye aha. Tuzi ko hari ADF va muri Uganda, abateroriste nabo bari hariya. Tuzi ko ni Burundi hari abayirwanya bari hariya, hari imitwe irenga 120 muri kiriya gihugu, ariko hari ingamba ibihugu byafashe biciye mu nzira ya Nairobi peace process ndetse na Rwanda. Ngira ngo umuti w'iki kibazo ugomba kuzava mu rwego rwa politiki, ni nacyo DRC isabwa, ariko ibihugu iyo bihura bigenda bigerageza gushaka ibisubizo. N'ibyo bya wazalendo bifashe nk'intera hamwe, ni ibibazo bigenda bivuka, ndetse banatsemba bamwe mu bavuga ikinyarwanda. Ni ikibazo kiremereye gihangayikije akarere, ariko nta muti uhari wo kugikemura mu buryo bworoshye uretse ingamba z'ibihugu byafashe. Ngira ngo twebwe nka EAR ni ugukomeza twibutsa ko ibihugu bikomeza bikita ku kibazo cy'umutekano, bitari DRC gusa, n'ahandi hose hari ibibazo by'umutekano, ariko nta gisubizo cyoroshye, kuko biba ari ibibazo bifite imizi mu mateka n'imiyoborere. Uruhare rwacu nk'inteko tugarukira ku mategeko no kwibutsa biciye muri za raporo abaminisitiri bacu. Nicyo nashaka kongeraho. So, honorable members, I want to repeat that it's what the speaker said on the issue of the security situation. I was just reminding that we also have a committee in charge of regional affairs, whose mandate is to oversee matters related to regional affairs, including peace and security and political affairs. And we normally receive a report from the Council on the common foreign and security policies, including matters of peace and security. We do an oversight, and then we report back. In our role as a legislative assembly, what we can only do is to remind our leaders to make sure that they fast-track the various protocols on peace and security, the various strategies, but also the commitments, like the Nairobi Peace Protocol and the Rwanda Peace Protocol, that most of our countries are party to, so that they can enhance or fast-track implementation. And that's what we can do as an assembly on this matter. Thank you.
Okay. I give the floor to Honorable Zipora. And if any one want to take the floor,
thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. As we are giving these informations also, I also want to say, I wanted to highlight what the expectations the East Africans have on us, especially on this particular plenary here in Kigali. And I want to say, as members of IALA, elected to do the 3 roles that you've been told, and I want to cite out about the oversight, to say our main issue as we are in this plenary is to hold accountable our Council of Ministers and by extension our partner states so that they tell us about the bills that have been passed but have not been implemented. There are several bills and motions that have come to the floor of the House even before we came to this, we came to IALA, those of our colleagues that were there before, because this is the 5th IALA. So there is the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, up to us. And there are bills and motions that have been passed, but the problem is the implementation. So we'll be asking questions to our Council of Ministers, because we know they are responsible, and by extension to the summit members, but they are the people we will be asking questions. So those are the expectations that the East Africans should actually get from us, for us to really be operational and to do our oversight, because that is what we do. Thank you.
I think we can stop there.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, and the 4th Estate, for your coming. We really highly appreciate your presence. I think we have come to the end of our press conference. Right Honorable Speaker, immediately after this meeting, we are expecting you to chair the commission meeting with chairpersons in committee room A, where we had the commission meeting last time. I thank you.
Before we go, let me thank all of these journalists who have been with us. You've been with us till maybe 20th of December. Please do not leave us alone. We need you. We need you to help us to tell everyone what we will be doing. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, honorable members. I think we have 2 meetings today. I have 2 meetings today. And they keep training. Thank you.